Bleach Thousand-Year Blood War Part 4 wastes absolutely no time getting into the action. The premiere throws viewers directly into several major battles that have been building for a long time, while also delivering one of the most anticipated moments in the entire Bleach series. For years, fans have wondered what Kisuke Urahara's Bankai actually looks like and what it is capable of doing. Episode 1 finally answers that question, but the episode is much more than a single reveal. It also pushes every major character closer to the final confrontation with Yhwach, while making it clear that the battle to save the three worlds has reached its most dangerous stage. The episode opens with one of the most emotional confrontations in the story. Yuru Ishida stands face-to-face with Jugram Hashwolf. Although many people have questioned where Yuryu's true loyalty lies, he immediately tells Ichigo, Urahara, and Chad to leave Jugram to him. His priority is making sure Ichigo reaches Yhwach before it is too late. This moment is incredibly important because it confirms what Urahara has believed all along. Throughout the recent episodes, she never truly accepted that Urahara had completely abandoned his friends. Even when circumstances made him appear to be standing beside Yhwach, she continued believing there was more to his actions. Hearing Urahara tell them to continue forward finally gives her the reassurance she desperately needed. She realizes that the Urahara she has always known is still there. However, there is no time for an emotional reunion. As Ichigo and Urahara continue towards Yhwach, an unexpected obstacle appears. Massive Quincy soldiers suddenly come to life. At first they appear to be nothing more than enormous statues guarding the path, but moments later they begin attacking. The episode uses these towering enemies to remind viewers that reaching Yhwach will never be straightforward. Every step forward requires another sacrifice from Ichigo's friends. That responsibility falls to Chad. Without hesitation, he volunteers to stay behind and fight the gigantic Quincy warriors. His decision reflects one of the themes that has always defined his character. Chad never seeks attention or recognition. Instead, he quietly chooses to protect the people who matter most to him. Fortunately, he does not have to face the overwhelming odds alone. Ganja suddenly arrives to support him. Together, the two prepare to hold the enemy back while Ichigo and Urahara continue advancing. During their conversation, Chad says something that perfectly captures the role of Ichigo's friends throughout the series. He explains that Ichigo is the one walking the hardest path. Because of that, everyone else has a responsibility to remove every obstacle standing in his way. It is a simple statement, but it highlights the trust that exists between the group. While Ichigo carries the burden of confronting Yhwach directly, his friends willingly risk everything to make sure he reaches that destination. Meanwhile, another major battle unfolds elsewhere. Orochi Shihoin faces a skin Naklavar. Initially, the fight appears relatively balanced. Orochi's incredible speed and combat skills allow her to pressure her opponent during the early exchanges. Before long, however, a skin begins demonstrating why he is considered one of Yhwach's most dangerous elite fighters. His abilities gradually overwhelm Orochi. No matter how skilled she is, she struggles to overcome the unique nature of his powers. The battle quickly shifts in Askin's favor. Orochi finds herself pushed closer and closer towards defeat. Just when the situation seems hopeless, help finally arrives. Kisuke Urahara enters the battlefield. True to his personality, Urahara does not simply charge into combat. Instead, he immediately analyzes the situation and identifies a solution. Since Askin's abilities revolve around manipulating lethal substances and poison, Urahara produces an antidote capable of countering the effects already damaging Orochi. The way he delivers it is completely unexpected and perfectly matches the series' playful humor. Even during one of the most dangerous battles of the war, Bleach still finds room for light-hearted character interactions. The antidote allows Orochi to recover, but Urahara has another surprise prepared. He unlocks an even more powerful feline transformation for her. This enhanced form dramatically increases her speed and destructive power. Her attacks become faster, more aggressive, and significantly more dangerous. For a brief moment, it appears the tide of battle may finally be turning. Unfortunately, a skin once again proves why defeating him is so difficult. Even Yhwach's enhanced abilities fail to inflict meaningful damage. His calm confidence never disappears, suggesting he still has complete control over the situation. While these battles continue, the episode also provides another important revelation concerning Yhwach himself. His ambitions extend far beyond conquering Soul Society. Yhwach's true objective is nothing less than merging all three realms into a single existence. That means Soul Society, the human world, and Hueco Mundo would all become one. Such a transformation would completely erase the natural balance that has governed existence for countless generations. The consequences would be catastrophic. Entire worlds would cease to exist in their current form. The order maintaining life and death would collapse. Yhwach accepts all of this because he believes the destruction is necessary. His vision is the creation of a new reality where the Quincy's stand above everyone else. Rather than preserving peace between different races, he wants absolute Quincy dominance. The episode therefore makes it clear that this war is not simply about defeating one powerful enemy. It is about preventing reality itself from being rewritten. Back on the battlefield, Urahara and Jugram continue their duel. Among all the confrontations shown during the episode, this is arguably the most evenly matched. Jugram possesses incredible strength, made even greater through the authority granted to him by Yhwach. Despite facing such overwhelming power, Urahara refuses to surrender. He continues fighting with remarkable determination. Although Jugram often appears to have the advantage, Urahara consistently finds ways to remain in the battle. The fight demonstrates just how much stronger Urahara has become while also raising questions about how much of his true power remains unseen. Even if victory seems unlikely, he proves he is far from helpless. Everything builds towards the episode's biggest moment. For years, Kisuke Urahara has remained one of Bleach's greatest mysteries. Fans have witnessed his extraordinary intelligence, his mastery of countless techniques, and his calm approach to impossible situations. Yet one question always remained unanswered. What is his Bankai? Episode 1 finally delivers that answer. Urahara activates Canon Baraki Benaheim Aerodame. Even he admits that this is one of the very few occasions where anyone has ever witnessed his Bankai. That statement alone immediately establishes how secretive and dangerous this ability truly is. Unlike many Bankai that focus purely on overwhelming offensive power, Urahara's reflects his personality as a scientist, inventor, and strategist. Its primary ability revolves around reconstruction. Rather than simply destroying opponents, it can restructure and restore objects, injuries, and even damaged surroundings. Anything broken can potentially be rebuilt. Anything altered can potentially be reconstructed. This incredibly flexible ability opens up countless tactical possibilities during combat. Instead of relying solely on brute force, Urahara can constantly reshape the battlefield itself. It perfectly represents the way he has always approached every challenge. He wins through intelligence rather than raw strength. A skin immediately realizes he is facing an opponent unlike anyone else. The confrontation between these two brilliant minds becomes one of strategy as much as physical combat. Every attack is met with another calculated response. Every apparent advantage quickly disappears as both fighters adapt to one another. Rather than ending the battle immediately, Urahara's Bankai raises the excitement even further by suggesting that the true fight has only just begun. That is what makes this premiere such an effective opening chapter. Instead of slowly rebuilding momentum after the previous part, It immediately launches viewers into multiple high-stakes confrontations while rewarding longtime fans with one of the most anticipated reveals in Bleach history. Every storyline moves forward. Ichigo continues his journey towards Yhwach. Yuria faces the enormous challenge of battling Jugram. Chad and Ganges sacrifice themselves to clear the path. Yoruichi pushes herself beyond her limits. And finally, Urahara reveals the incredible power he has kept hidden for so many years. By the end of the episode, the message is unmistakable. The final battle has truly begun. The strongest warriors on both sides are now fully committed. The fate of all three realms hangs in the balance, and with Urahara's Bankai finally entering the fight, the war has become more unpredictable than ever before.